All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Requah Gadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I got a clip here, which I don't even really need to play it, but it's going to how another rapper called Half Ounce, which I don't know where they get these names from, but it's another rapper called Half Ounce shot dead while on the phone with his pregnant wife. And there's been various brothers going into these rappers that's been getting shot, and it's becoming more frequent. Even on the comment boards, they have even people starting to see it. Like one person from their city said like 3 rappers already got shot within a week. So that's the Lord's judgment hammering down on these guys, and that's the entertainment taken away from these people, as these people so love to keep these people so much in check from having to worry about anything. And I don't know where they get these names from. I done saw too many weird names. Rapper Half Ounce, uh, rapper Pee Wee Longway, uh, rapper Young Nudie. I'm like, these are actual names you can look up. Yeah, actually be actual rappers like Mr. like rapper Mr. Cheeks. Like, where did he get these names from? But with all these rappers pretty much like literally being put out of commission, the Lord's actually putting fear, more and more fear into these people, making them feel more uncomfortable. So this is Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, "And the doors shall be shut, and it's sorry." It says, "The doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low." So that's just not talking about your entertainment, your rappers just being jobless, or they just retire. No, a lot of them actually being put out in misery. That's the bringing low the entertainment, the entertainment of distractions. Because that's all that is. It's entertainment of distractions. Yeah, and the funny part is, we love music. We love all sorts of music. But something about rapping, something about rapping actually just gravitates to our people even more, which is a good thing. But it's a screwed up rap. Like, these devils know this. You got Jake out there that actually wants to rap good things, but they're being told to rap about killing a nigga, killing, or taking your woman, or beating people up, take their money, or make that money, make it a white man's money, all that type stuff. And they know it's an influential barrier that keeps these people in check. So you got to look at it like this: you have an entire fence, right? Well, them fences have beams. The as far as like the things that keep up the fence, like the metal rods. Well, you take down one of those metal rods, you weaken the other foundations, because now they got to pick up the slack of keeping up, but they start tilting forward because they're falling. Because now the foundation of that one particular beam that was supporting each other in unison was taken out. So without that reinforcements, a lot of these other things start crumbling. So, and that's what we're seeing with this society. A lot of things that's happening in the society is weakening like a barrier. And a beam in, like, say, rapping industry, or I'm sorry, just the music industry. We'll say that. Well, another beam, let's say, from the bank may be falling, or a beam from the hospital may be falling, or a beam from the police may be falling. Because guess what? You shut down the internet, you're gonna have all sorts of riots. So all these beams got to pick up the pace on how to keep these people in check. So that's the catch right there, right? Well, this is Proverbs 1:26. It says, "I also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh, because that's ultimately what's going on with these people, with our people and Esau, with everybody. Because and probably this guy have or a lot of these rappers ain't really probably bad people, or they might be grimy, however the Lord have them set up. But it's that poison of Babylon, because then the music of the society is like poison. You look at our people. Not only is just older adults rapping about this shit, but you got the young ones rapping about it. I'm talking about at the age of 7, 10 even. You name it. And then they grow up doing the same shit. Even worse. Because they want to live that actual dream. When the songs play in your mind, you actually want to do those things. Because you look at people at school. You hear them rapping about the shit. They want to be a game big and all this other stuff. When they do, well, you don't see them in school no more, or they either end up dead, or they in jail. And I know because I knew quite a few guys that was into that shit. As far as listening to music all this time, and then they end up doing the shit. Then I don't see them for about a good solid year or two. By then, they already got to catch up. I hear one of them's dead, so it's just like following the ways of the music industry will really mess people has messed people up. And this ain't just an attack on the music industry. This is an attack on everything else that keeps our people in this loop of a rut. That's why our people will come up against us when we tell them these things. That's why our people will tell us to get off the corners, or they said we teach hate, because they are in a trance. They're in the matrix. This matrix makes people happy. But now that this matrix is starting to fall apart, they trying to do everything to keep that beam, the gates up, the fences. They trying to be the next support beams, but they can't do it. So this is 1 Corinthians 15:50. It says, "Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom of Yahweh, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption." And the reason why is because of this. Again, the guy may not even be that bad. He might even be a genuinely good guy. I don't know. But it's that poison. This is why our people gravitate to any type of poison that is in this society. Look at your music industry. Look at your entertainment. Look at what you got to do to work. Because what you got to do to work even says a lot. To become a nurse or a lawyer or a doctor, or even go into these colleges. You see a whole lot of trick bags with them, but you see the poison they got to put on to people, especially women. This is why we cannot enter the kingdom as we are. To imagine going in the kingdom, listening to all this shit that we got to listen to here, Slagia. But this rap into the kingdom, it will be like bringing Babylon into the kingdom of heaven. One little poison is all it takes, and this place spreads like a corrupted tree. In prime example is look at what's going on all over the world. America wants to be, specifically these rats are the rulers of the earth. Now Russia and China wants to be the rulers of the earth. Now you got all these other countries that want to be the rulers of the earth. Damn, that's a hell of a poison. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction." And the reason I got that is because this is primarily going to us. Whereas we have to keep in mind this is not a rest. We got salvation coming ahead. Even if I pray that a lot of us are of the elect, the sincere ones, but to know that Israel will actually be fine, when after this place is destroyed and after they 2/3 of our people be destroyed, want to come back in the kingdom righteously and taught better, it's good to know our people will actually be back on top again. Because this was not our rest. A lot of our people see this as our rest, but it's not. This is our captivity. We got to keep that always in mind. Because it's stuff like this. You want to go back in the world, you go back into the darkness. You have no knowledge, you have no wisdom, you had no understanding, and most importantly of all, you don't forgot about our Heavenly Father. You forgot about YAHAWAHSHI'S. And then you forget that you're an Israelite. And you would think, and me and many various me and the brothers also thought about it, is like, how do people actually be able to can actually go back in the world with knowing what they know? And by the Spirit of the Lord, it's not hard. He makes all things happen. He can make it to where you forgot about it all of a sudden. That's how a lot of these guys go back into the world. They forget. They go into that matrix. They be like, make me forget. And that's what happens. But this is why it's not our rest, because we don't want that to happen. I pray for myself and various brothers that sincerely doing this truth that we are of the hopeful elect. So we don't go back to the matrix thinking that mess. And this is it, which, speaking of which, this is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. And so that's what we got to do. As we know that this is in our rest, we got to be as watchmen. We got to keep watching for news. We got to keep watching for stuff like this that's happening. We got to watch for anything that these rats do, because we know that they're 30 steps ahead of the people. But we know we're 50, 60, 70, or 100 steps ahead of them by the Lord's will. Whatever information that Esau pumps out, we are there to cut it and bring out the information correctly, because that's the whole point of prophecy, is to tell for to see what's to happen. We are by the spiritual powers of the Lord YAHAWAHSHI'S. He gives us that ability to see further ahead of Esau, because a lot of the stuff we've been bringing out from years ago, Esau is now bringing it out. And people thought we was crazy until these things actually start happening. So we've been 100 steps ahead of these devils. We know what they're planning on doing, and a lot of people are sitting here in the dark, worrying about rappers being shot left and right. The rappers that they so worship. A lot of our people don't even really care about these rappers beforehand, before they even became rappers. But now that they got a status, we all of a sudden care about them. Shit like that. That's why this cannot be our rest. But that's all I have going into that. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. And with that, shalom.